Hi everybody, Daniel from Mirra BMX Builds. So, why the hold up on the Ruby Red? I had some teasers with it here and there on this channel. I had some teasers on the groups and stuff. I got some parts were almost here, got turned around and sent back. The wrong address apparently got typed in. That's not a big deal. And then a couple of the parts, just everything's pretty much brand new or NOS or very, very mint. So some of the stuff, like, I really can't put anything together without a headset. So that headset's on the gray one. I was able to polish it up. I don't remember if I polished on that a little bit in my polishing video or not. Any hooters. So complete standstill. Waiting on decals still. So realistically, I mean, what's the point if you can't put decals on something? So I figured I would do what I got here at the shop. I forgot a seat and a seat post at home and a few other small items. And I have some parts on the way still. And I have, if you guys know BMX Chrome Specialties, it's Dustin. I've got a few sets of cranks and some hoops and some forks and things going down that way. Hit him up, very, very cheap, triple dip chrome. I've seen all the pictures of stuff. I don't personally have anything here to show you, but it looks beautiful. So that's the route to go if you need to get, you know, your forks re-chromed or your bars or whatever. So, waiting on hoops, waiting on hubs. I gotta find another headset. Seriously, like I need 10 headsets. I'm not even joking. Like I keep saying that in my video, but I really do. What else? Got some white balls on the way. That was kind of cool. A friend hooked it up, messaged me and said buy these now and get them sent out. So that was pretty cool. Got some mint white balls for this one, or the one that's coming in the mail. I'm not sure yet. What else was there? What else am I waiting on? Yeah, so for the time being, we'll just go with what we got. Another reason I was kind of stalling a little bit is I happened upon several bikes and parts that are what you call unicorn, more unicorn than like your knee savers. And I was torn on what to do with this build because I'm waiting on a few things, and everything that's sitting here I could use on a different bike, that Survivor condition bike that it needs. And I thought about stealing a few things off of this build and putting them on that one because Taiwan flare, man. So do I drag this behind my car on the way home and use my good parts on something coming? I don't know yet. All I know is once everything gets here, I'll know for sure. But if I were to build this up, I know I'll keep this weird endless loop thingy over and over again. We'll just go over what I got, and if I do end up building this thing up, again, it's a good placeholder for the time being, and I can see what I'm missing, right? So, I mean, if you're gonna do things wrong, you might as well do them wrong the right way. So, we'll go over a few things. Chromo Mega Forks. Wow, these are very early ones. I just realized this. This is a new learn as we're filming. These are off of Blamma. That's typically over here. These are early forks. Okay, well that's good to know. I was wondering why there was a hole here, and it doesn't appear that somebody drilled a hole there. That kind of puts a kink in, a little stick in the wheels a little bit there. Okay. Well, these are Blammo forks. Very, very early Mirra Blammo forks. So before Dave had his own personal frame, he wrote a Blammo. And then '99, they put MB on the frame for Mirra Blammo. And then it was just straight up Mirra Pro after that. These forks would be off of just a Blammo or even very early Mirra Blammo, because the brake cable comes out this side. And that means I have to wait for my other fork to get here. I mean, technically it's a '99 build. Man, that is crazy. And then that's the new learn too. That's slotted for the washer that can't spin, kind of like a 1 1/8. Huh. I'll be dipped. So we shall see what's going to happen with that. That's probably why the USA stem didn't want to go on this fork. Okay. So that's going to be a whole nother ordeal in video probably. These are the early knee savers, not the mid-90s ones that are a lot different, boxier, a lot wider and things. And how you can tell the difference in these is they're a little taller, they're a little wider. I mean, they have to be a little wider because this is going at an angle, so the taller you get, the further out this is going to go. And if you ever notice in some pictures, you're like, dude, how come somebody must have cut my mirror bars or something? Because by the time you put the handle grip on and the brake on, you can see a chunk of the flat past the brake lever. And so you automatically would assume the handlebars that you have or that you see in other pictures have been cut. But realistically, they probably had the wrong handlebar on the wrong year. So these would be '99. And they have a little more back sweep too. They're a little less flat. I wish I had another set with me. These would be the correct bars for '99 Ruby. Since they are taller, and nobody likes to give out information and they like to keep things to themselves a lot, I had to buy a whole bunch of upper gyro cables to get the right length to where it wasn't all stupid to where your gyro went clear to the front brake lever dang near before it went down. So I bought every size of the upper cable, and for these bars, I'm gonna help you out here so you don't spend a bunch of money like I did. I've been spending money and hours researching stuff because people want to hold things to the grave for some reason. But I ended up buying, I guess I didn't get the Poser one, but I brought from Order Shortcut. So I bought Hardcore, ProLand Flat, and the ProVert. Pro Flatland is the correct size for the little taller, a little wider mirror bar. If you've got the Mirra knee savers too, for the 2000 and up, you're gonna want the Hardcore. I already used up my Hardcores. So, that being said, got some NOS flangeless grips. I'm going to go with the Tech 99s that we showed you in the unboxing video. I don't want to drop okay, there's nothing in there. Oh, so let me show you. May as well, right? So by the time you put this handle grip on, and by the time you slide that over, you see how you can see all that? But on an uncut Mirra 2 bar, it's more in there. And so that's how, when you see some people's pictures, that's why. Just your standard straight cable, it's a universal, so you can cut it down for your front, or you're starting to cut it down for your back. And I went with universal because this little hole on top of your fork cap, I better hang on to this fork cap then. That means that, well, maybe not. You know, as fork caps, anybody's looking? This one feels steel, this one feels aluminum. That's another new learn as we're speaking. That's cool. Makes me wonder if my other one, hold on. Where's my drawer? Should have definitely looked this stuff over a little better before no, these are all aluminum. Okay, so that means seem to be the same size and thread pitch. Anyhow, if you don't have a CNC Mega Fork like off of a flare, where they have the screw like I was showing you, which I didn't bring from the house last night after filming the video, because I obviously think things through if you watch my videos. If you run this washer with a different stem cap bolt, like I showed you in a previous video, that stem cap bolt is a earlier style stem cap, and so like the new Odyssey slip cables are a little fatter, and they won't slip through the hole. So I just bought the universal kit so I can do either or, because the diameter of this is a little sleeker. Again, I had this in the break video, not break video, but unboxing video. The older style 990s with the stud, the bolt that comes from the back. Pegs, fusion pegs. Seat guts, got a few of those just in case. There's the bottom brackeys. These are 20 millimeter. Until my cranks get back in chrome and my spindle gets here for these bad boys, this is the NOS one that I bought. And this is the basically NOS one that for some reason somebody had sitting around on their shelf. And I took a chance, I bought one. It didn't really state what side, it just said one side. And then I bought the other one. I happened to have the Boss on it. And they are actually the right matching set, surprisingly. I got another set of axle nuts coming, but I got some axle nuts. And then the best part. These two are the best parts, to me, out of everything. So, what I have for this thing, that I didn't bring from home because I'm not very smart sometimes, is sitting right here. And like I said, I've torn. I don't know if I'm going to use, well, now I'm not going to use that fork for that. I might just wait for my other fork for that other build. This handlebar is too early for that build, but these cranks may or may not. I might need these handle grips. These brakes are a little early, so I probably won't use those. I might need the front brake cable. I definitely won't need that, that goes with that. But I might be using that. I might be using these. I don't know, I'm torn. So, if anybody was wondering, well, how come we haven't seen the Ruby Red video yet? Because I'm doing things wrong the right way. That's why. And, like I said, I had some shipment issues, and I had some stuff that I sent to Chrome that wasn't quite the quality that I was going for in this build, because as you can see, the things that I do have for it are either NOS or spotless, so I wanted everything to be as good as quality as ever. In worst case scenario, again, this will be the canvas for holding my parts and see when I'm missing. Oh, my stem. I haven't got my Hevron stem yet. I just realized that. I need to be way more professional, better prepared than I ever am when I push play. But when you get a minute, you get a minute, you know what I mean? To do these sort of things. So that's where the Ruby Red's sitting currently. Tank headsets, guys, white walls, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll just do that in a minute because I'm going to have to put it all back right so they don't get damaged. White walls, black handlebars for all my other builds. Tank headsets, USA stems. I'm pretty much good on about everything else. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's blow this thing up a little bit. I'm going to be doing a lot of research here lately, and some days to come. And I'm probably going to fly around to talk to like actual people who built a lot of this stuff, if I can find them, not the Taiwan stuff, and get to the bottom of some things and get some sort of a better picture for people to go see. Yes, I keep getting people saying there's stuff on the BMX Museum. Yes, there is. There's also a lot of things missing. There's a lot of questions. I don't know if anybody knows the full story or not. It just hasn't documented it. But there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle missing on a lot of this stuff. So that's been kind of my focus lately, and it's led to finding some pretty awesome bikes to buy. It's led me to meeting some more new people. It's gotten me into some little tighter niche groups and some collections that people don't even know about. They're not even part of the internet at all. They just word of mouth, get a text message and like, hey, you know, I got this little piece of information, and it seems like everybody's got just like this much information, and then they're holding it, and I need all those little pieces of information just to answer one of my questions. So that's kind of how I got into this whole thing to begin with, was I was just trying to figure out, was a possibility of buying a USA complete bike. I didn't know at the time, well, I guess I forgot, I should say, that you couldn't get a USA frame that was a complete bike from years ago, because I was trying to remember this from 2000. I'm 37, so I was pretty young. And I was just trying to build one bike, and I had an opportunity to buy a bike that had a serial number that I didn't understand, and it's because it was a USA serial number, and there was no information with it. Got laughed at a lot, like good luck, and you know, and then so I just been kind of like ninjaing my way through little things here and there, and building up stuff in the meantime and collecting parts. So little by little, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm using this channel to try to get everything in one spot. And some people don't like that, and that's fine. You know, maybe none of us like them either. I don't know. Maybe they're cool guys. I don't know. So anyways, way off topic, but that's stuff to come. This is where I'm sitting with Ruby when all the rest of the parts get here this week and the beginning of next week, and then I get Chrome back in a few weeks or a month, somewhere in there. I don't know what the turnaround time is. I'll either be putting this together or using a lot of this stuff on a really cool build that is gonna have to take a boat to get here, I think, or a helicopter. A helicopter would be kind of cool. I don't think you'd take a helicopter that far. A plane? Yes, maybe. We'll see. Anyhow, it's on the way. God's good.